Coming up.
The cattle business is all about the people. Honestly, my granddaughters mean the world to me. Everything we do here is for them.
This has helped me step outside of my comfort zone. All of these well-rounded activities help transform our lives and shape us into creating a path for ourselves and for our future.
We're all about Shorthorn and the importance of the next generation. Next on The American Rancher. Welcome to The American Rancher. I'm Justin McKee, in for Pam Minnick. Today, we journey to the heart of Shorthorn cattle country, America's first beef breed, and its mission to grow the future leaders of the cattle industry. From dedicated youth programs to inspiring stories of family farms, we'll see firsthand how this historic breed is shaping the future of ranching. The Shorthorn Youth Development Fund launched in 2020 to equip junior Shorthorn members with the skills and knowledge they need to succeed. The sole purpose of this initiative is to provide financial support for the National Junior Shorthorn Show and Youth Conference, a program making a significant difference.
I think the work ethic leading up to shows like this is one of the biggest things that makes some of these ag kids just stand out.
This event and the participation of being part of this molds them and gives them the responsibilities that make them excel throughout the rest of their life.
A big part about it is coming here to compete and bring your animals to show and exhibit your stock, but also all of our contests that we have build kids up. There's multiple real life skills that you need to know that I feel like this show is preparing you for.
There's lots of different opportunities for them to get involved with part of the industry that isn't necessarily directly involving an animal, isn't directly involving the preparation of an animal for a show, but more helping build those career development skills that they'll use with them basically for the rest of their life.
There's layers and layers of interactive opportunities that kids get here. Then you think about the National Junior Board, and those kids are in their late teens, early 20s. They've gone through the ropes of all the activities they've shown, and they've literally stepped up and asked for the opportunity to be a leader.
I'm fortunate to be a product of this program. I came up through it years ago, and I see how it works in developing our young people. It teaches them responsibility, it teaches them hard work, it teaches them the perils of competition, both good and bad, to go into college and to go into the workforce and be responsible, good young adults. Our judge today commented about it in his speech, that this is the greatest activity in the world to raise our youth in, from what they can take from it and grow and develop for their future careers and lives.
Shorthorn Youth Development Fund is a one-of-a-kind entity. Shorthorns are the only beef breed who have a standalone 501c3 organization strictly to fund the National Junior Shorthorn Show.
The Shorthorn Youth Development Fund helps put on activities throughout the year, different fundraisers like our Deck the Stalls fundraiser. It takes more than $300,000 to put on an event of this caliber, and making sure we have the funds to do that is crucial.
I'm extremely grateful for the Shorthorn Development Fund. Without their support, we would not be able to have junior nationals. We wouldn't be able to help transform these kids into great individuals that will be the leaders of our organization in the future. Kids can take something away from all these contests, put it into real world perspective, and one day be great individuals and great leaders of this nation and of course the cattle industry.
By supporting our Shorthorn Youth Foundation, it really gives us an ability to engage these kids into learning about this breed. And they're coming to existing breeders to build their cow herd, and they're investing back in. So it grows off of itself.
We sell cattle to the youth programs, and it gives us an opportunity to give back. We can come support these youngsters and show them and encourage them to go on and not only compete strong here, but to compete strong in life skills. Raising a daughter in the program and coming and participating at the Shorthorn Junior National, a lot of the things that she picked up on here, a lot of her friends that she still has to this day, I can't stress that enough, those are still people that are important to her, and skills that she learned are important to her.
It's just great to see how these kids matured and what they turned into. Some of them are agricultural leaders now. And it's just nice to see that you gave something back to something you felt so strongly about.
We've got hundreds of young people here who will go home and they'll take what they learned, they'll take the confidence that they built, and they will build their lives from it. We have a place for everybody to join us, and every dollar is well spent, and every dollar is appreciated.
There's lots of different ways to get involved in the Shorthorn Youth Development Fund. From sponsorship here directly, we do have fundraisers throughout the year, marketing genetics, and even procedures from vets and embryo transfers. It's an important piece to our breed and to our youth to make sure they have every opportunity that we can give them.
The more dollars that we can all bring in, and the more dollars that can go back to support our junior association, the bigger and better and brighter activities and events we can have in the future.
Giving to the Shorthorn Youth Development Fund is more than a donation. It's an investment in the future of more than 6,000 junior members. Visit shorthorn.org to support the Shorthorn Youth Development Fund. After the break,
these heifers are teaching them skills that I don't think you can find anywhere else.
Take a closer look at youth livestock breeders who excel with Shorthorn cattle when the American Rancher continues. Welcome back. The American Junior Shorthorn Association is recognized as a top junior program in the beef industry. In addition to developing strong leadership skills, one goal of the program is to instill a passion for agriculture in its members. And it all starts with leaders in the breed who believe in supporting the next generation.
It's almost every day I learn something new about the cows. We go out almost every night and wash and then we feed, and it's really fun to be in the family business of Shorthorns.
I like their color and I like how easy they are to tame and get them comfortable with working with humans.
I think the connection with your heifer is probably one of the best parts. Her name's Rosemary, and she's a great heifer. She can be sassy, but most of the time she's a great heifer. What I love most about Shorthorns is that you can kind of treat them like they're your best friend, and they won't judge you.
I've been showing since I was 3 and raising cattle, and they've always just taken me to shows, and I just enjoy it. We work our cattle 3 times a day, just washing them, getting their hair popping, then feeding them.
The association's great. Even as a kid, being in all those different activities that show that we are agriculture, not just cattle, and getting kids involved in that at a young age, I think is great. It taught me a lot of leadership abilities. It taught me public speaking, as well as other agriculture opportunities that I could get into.
If I don't know how to do something, they'll tell me how or teach me how to do it. Like how to clip and fit cattle, work cows and calves.
You know, the cattle business is all about the people, and honestly, my granddaughters mean the world to me. Everything we do here is for them. And I tell them all the time, this isn't my place, it's your place. And I'm making sure that each one has their own cows and they know the cattle front to back as far as pedigree, as far as what we've got them bred to. I ask them on breeding decisions. I am the most proud papa in America to have my 4 granddaughters.
The kids are both really active in the Junior Shorthorn Association. We think it's a great way to raise our children, and how it's nice to see them out here and excited about what we do. Their teachers see it at school, the leadership that they have, the ability to talk to adults and carry on an intelligent conversation.
I think being a part of this junior program here is one of the most incredible opportunities that young kids can get. You learn social skills, you learn how to be responsible over your cattle, you learn how to manage your time. that's what I think is truly incredible about this breed and about this junior program, is just how much effort and time is given in to the juniors to promote them. Because at the end of the day, they are the future of our breed. They are going to be the industry leaders here 10, 15, 20 years down the line.
SYDF is a fund that we started to help support this activity here, and it takes a lot. And the association itself, that is a burden without another entity where people that feel strongly about what a good operation this is can support it. And I really appreciate that, because that's putting resources to help give these kids some opportunities.
As a leader and just in a general leadership role, this has helped me step outside of my comfort zone, whether it be the speech contest, livestock judging, or sales. All of these well-rounded activities help transform our lives and shape us into creating a path for ourselves and for our future.
And it transfers to everything. It transfers to stuff well outside agriculture, but especially in agriculture.
I have heard nothing but very, very good things about what the ASA is able to do with its youth, and how incredibly happy all the kids and everybody is. Nobody is grumbling or anything. They're just having a really good time. And I know they spend a large amount of money on this, but look at the results.
Working with kids from 6 all the way up to 22. And that's the greatest thing I really enjoyed, was working with the youth, helping them develop into great individuals. I was able to help develop myself into my professional career currently where I'm at. I can hold conversations, I can network with individuals, and most of all, I'm not scared and timid to go out into the world and meet new people. You will have some defeats, you will have some highs, but through it all, you're gonna be a great individual, and there's a great Shorthorn family behind you to support you.
I'm a pediatrician by my occupation, and as a result of that, anything that I can do to serve kids is what my heart is all about. So when we saw this program that involved young people, developing them in more than just the cattle shows, it was an opportunity and help them to grow and develop into adults that have some skills that will let them go throughout life in a way that will be very productive for them.
We couldn't do this without any of the sponsors. The countless amount of sponsors that we have that offer their time and money have made this event continue to happen. This past year I got to serve as a fundraising chair, and I think just being so personal with our sponsors and letting them know how much we appreciate them is something that we all strive to do, because they mean the world to us. We're here because of them, and we can make this event happen because of them, and we greatly appreciate that.
Next, we journey to the heart of Shorthorn country, where two families have joined forces to solidify their future in the industry and the Shorthorn breed. Let's visit with the Schrag-Nickel family.
We've had Shorthorns here on the farm for over 100 years. The story kind of goes that my great-great-grandpa brought Shorthorns with him when they originally immigrated from Germany in the late 1800s. Been a lifelong Shorthorn breeder, obviously. Shorthorns have been and will always be the focus here at Schrag-Nickel. So this last May, my daughter Samantha married a young fellow by the name of Jake Nickel. He was originally from McPherson, Kansas, and since they got married this spring, we've actually joined our two operations, hence the Schrag-Nickel show cattle operation. So the two operations just work together extremely well, and we're just really excited for the opportunities that we have going forward and the services that we're able to offer our customers.
We mainly focus on the show cattle side of things. That's kind of where all of our roots lie, is the 4-H and FFA projects and helping those youth going through the junior national program. We think that the Shorthorn Association offers one of the best junior associations in the country. But the biggest lesson Shorthorn heifers can teach these kids, it teaches you so much responsibility, integrity. It really teaches these kids to grow up and sets them up for success. These heifers are teaching them skills that I don't think you can find anywhere else.
We enjoy a lot of the attributes of the Shorthorn cattle. You know, their mothering ability is incredible. Performance is still right on par with any other breed you'll find out there. You don't need to have a 200-head cow herd to have a 100-head bull sale to make Shorthorn cattle work for you. You know, there's a lot of operations that just have, 2 or 3 donors and 10 to 30 recips, and they make everything work.
You know, the Shorthorn cattle have always brought a lot of positives to the table in terms of docility and growth and performance. And as we keep advancing our genetics, I think the cattle are getting better. And so I think there's a lot of different avenues that Shorthorn cattle can lead you to success.
You know, in general, I think the market for Shorthorns is great. I think we've got an excellent association there in Kansas City. I think we've got good leadership. I think that the direction the Shorthorn breed is going is super, super exciting.
Up next.
They see some really good positive things and they get to experience those hardships too.
The best thing is sitting back and watching all the hard work that your kids put in.
We visit operations committed to building the next generation in agriculture. You're watching The American Rancher. Stay with us. Welcome back to The American Rancher. With year-long opportunities for youth to develop lifelong skills, the American Junior Shorthorn Association is one of the largest and fastest-growing junior programs in the beef business. Let's hear from some families who choose to raise their kids alongside Shorthorn cattle.
This is a family business. You know, the kids, if they're involved in athletics, you get to go participate and watch them play games or something like that, but you're not involved in their practices. Here, you're 24/7 with those cattle and those kids. And so you're out there developing those kids, talking to them and teaching them life skills. They see some really good positive things and they get to experience those hardships too. And those are life skills that they have to learn because it's not an easy world out there. And they build on those lessons that they've learned and that way they've always got something to fall back on when they do reach those hard times.
The Shorthorn breed, especially the association, is like a family. My kids have found family and friends from that association that far exceed our experience with cattle. And I'm a pretty lucky parent that can say I spend a lot of time with my kids. It might be in the barn working, but that's where we are.
My parents have taught me a lot about working through tough situations and things maybe you don't always want to come to the barn late at night after you get home from school and doing homework till 10 o'clock and then still got to get out there and work them calves.
Because you're a part of the whole process. You make those breeding decisions and then you calve those calves out and you watch them develop and grow and you get to make those feeding decisions from the very start. The Shorthorn Junior Association has really pushed me outside of my limits at Junior Nationals, getting out there and talking to all the other juniors, being a part of all the contests, learning how to work well with other juniors and meeting people from across the country. The Junior Shorthorn Association is really a family-friendly atmosphere. The junior directors are incredible. Anytime you have a question, there's somebody always there to answer and help out. And we all want each other to succeed and try and make the Shorthorn breed a better breed, a place for everybody who wants to call home.
Our cattle operation is Tony and Worthington Cattle. Tony is my maiden name. We have 2 headquarters. We have the Worthington at El Reno, which primarily takes care of the show cattle. Then we have the Tony headquarters, which consists of my parents as well as my brother and his daughter.
My father-in-law, he started out in the Shorthorn program when he was a youth, and primarily now it's just commercial cattle. We really try to raise heifers that we exhibit and show.
This part of the world, Norman, Oklahoma, it can be very dry. The climate, you never know what it's going to be. Shorthorns thrive here because of their doability. They have to be sound, they have to be structural, they have to be able to travel, and they carry those traits.
We want cattle that can go out and be able to cover ground and go right to work for us.
We try to raise elite females, and you don't see any of them ever drag a kid around the ring. They're real docile, and they breed back real good.
The bred and owned component's a big thing to us. We really like that, where the kids are involved in helping selecting on genetics, and it's a family affair, and we sit down at the table talking about this heifer or that cow or a retired show heifer. What are we going to do genetically with her? And they're part of that conversation. And a lot of the things they learn through the junior projects and competitions at junior nationals really reflect on helping develop them into young men and women.
It teaches them responsibility, hard work, and dedication because it's all theirs. It's their project, it's their responsibility. Yes, we are here to guide and mentor, but for the most part, they do it themselves.
Every morning, me and my brother, we go out to feed. Mid-morning, we'll go out to wash. We try to wash twice a day. We work their hair and make sure it's healthy. We clip them. They are a docile breed, and they have really pretty colors, too.
He's in there from 6 in the morning until they turn out. You know, I think, what is there, 9 head in the barn, 7? Seven head over there in the barn now, so it's a lot of work. And then they have all the other events going on there and all the awards, and it's just a good family vacation, and the kids learn a lot.
We did fitting team competitions, such as the art competitions, speeches. My favorite part was definitely showmanship. I've learned you have to be patient with cattle.
The best thing is sitting back and watching all the hard work that your kids put in. I think that that's very rewarding, especially when they succeed. So 5 to 10 years down the road, I see our goals being heavily in the embryo transfer world. We have primarily just donor cattle. And of course, we'll still be working with the juniors because that is what we thrive on.
It means the world to me to see all 3 of my grandkids showing. There's just no better feeling. I hope one of them takes it and goes on.
My daughter says there's nothing prettier than a roan calf. So we like the Shorthorns, and we kind of know their ins and outs, and we plan on continuing for a long time to come.
That concludes our journey with America's first breed and its commitment to the next generation of cattle raisers. Consider giving to the Shorthorn Youth Development Fund to support thousands of youths across America. Log on to shorthorn.org to learn more. And to learn more about us, visit our website, theamericanrancher.com, and connect with us on Facebook or YouTube. I'm Justin McKee for Pam Minnick and the entire American Rancher team. Thanks for joining in. Bye for now.